All right, so we've got some pretty important topics to talk about in this video, and they're all loosely related to the global catch up to JP. Now, none of this is confirmed. I'd like to say I do not know, right? I do not know. I've tried to ask people, but I don't know. Okay, I don't know if the global catch up is really happening, but we could kind of infer some things because of how JP is going right now and how it seems that season 14 is just not going to have any units. Which is diabolical, by the way. But why am I saying that? Well, the rerun banner is going until the end of the season. I genuinely think they're just not releasing anything this season, which is insane. By the way, which is insane. A whole month and a half since Zora, between Zora and probably Vanessa, I guess. I think Vanessa should be the next unit. I mean, it would make the most logical sense, and we'll talk about why. But you guys are going to have a lot of stuff to prepare for with this new wave of units, which we're also going to have to mention. So this is going to be a global catch-up and how you should be preparing your gear, mainly, also as another thing. Two very important topics, and also your polls. Polls, obviously, being the most important, but we do have to bring something up that is very, very important, and that is the global, or just a banner schedule for both versions, all right? And let's see. So end of June, JP got no units. And then, Global got Valkyrie Noel. And then July 4th, they got Nozel and Kohono. And mid-July, we should be getting Gray. If that changes, then we won't be catching up. But because of the leaks, because of the paid banners, and also because of the fact that Nozel and Kohono's banner ends on the 25th, okay? It ends on the 25th, but the season ends on the 30th, which means there's another banner coming no matter what. Is it a new banner or a rerun or like a custom banner? We don't know. But because the paid banner for Fenrir and Gray are separate, every season there's always one paid pickup banner, which means they're in different seasons unless they're changing the monetization, which I slightly doubt. And, well, just everything kind of points towards Gray coming out in Season 9. So mid-July, couple days from now, we should be getting Gray. Okay, and then that would mean, just looking at it, we're not getting those fucking units. We are not. And what is also telling you this? If we go over here to the JP, we could see, unless I'm tripping, yeah, there's going to be no stream this week. The update is very soon, right? What is this? What is that? Anyway, oh, bro, what the fuck is Skype doing? Anyway, the update is very soon. Okay, it's going to be, what, Tuesday? I think I told like it was here. So, like, there's not going to be a live stream for the unit kits. By the way, the last time we got unit kit info was for Gray, right? We didn't even get Zora. So that is a fair point to make, that like, yeah, Zora didn't get unit kit reveal, but just this is another point that makes it so like it doesn't seem like, okay, first of all, rerun's going until the 30th, till the end of the season. It seems like it's already a dead season, okay? So I mean, unless they reveal something in the next day or two, we are having a 100% or a 2-week gap catch up, okay? So at this pace, that would mean that JP is going to be getting Vanessa, logically, at the end of July. Now, why is that? The next seasonals are Zora Vanessa. It's the secret agent. We've caught up to the seasonals already, besides Zora, obviously. So, unless they decide to change the Gateway of Reunion on Global, that means they have to give Vanessa on JP at the same time. Like, logically, it just makes sense. And then look at that. We're caught up. We're caught up. That's it. That's literally it. From that point on, we are caught up. Unless they spam banners at the end of July, which would be weird. Because why wouldn't you at least put a banner in July in the first place, right? Nothing in June, or nothing at the end of June, nothing mid-July. So why would you spam it then, right? That's the main thing that doesn't really make sense, okay? So because of that, this is what would make the most amount of sense, all right? Does it need to be Finral? Well, it kind of does, I think. But, you know, if it really is only Vanessa, I mean, bro. We're caught up. Like, I don't get it. Is JP just going to spam units, or are we actually going to be caught up? I don't know if they slow down on purpose. Like, obviously, the monetary situation is not great. But, like, they're just letting Global catch up. I'm a bit scared. I'm genuinely scared. Because catch-up is going to make it... Well, actually, no, never mind. I was going to say, like, whenever a unit's shit, well, then it gives Global time to see. But they don't care, right? They don't care. Like, when Clover and Noelle released, when Nozel released, like, I mean, to be fair, Nozel was done justice because of the DLT buffs. Okay, keep that in mind, right? And he's also very close to Gray. So there is that. But then you look at it, right? Everything else is just like, I mean, like, all those mono units that they released that just did not help the meta, right? Didn't really prove the point that, like, they needed to be delayed. I think that it's totally fine, in my opinion, to have them synced up for unit releases to make sure that, well, I mean, global technically would be more hype, quote unquote, if they do that. But what else did that mean? That the promotion on global is not going to be enough, right? That's one thing, because global is so shit at promotion. I swear to God. I swear to God. So them not being able, or not like having the reveals done in the same way as JP. JP I feel like is a little more hype with the live streams. Is gonna suck, but I guess we're gonna have to live with it. I don't really know. It's just gonna be what it is for now, right? So I just wanted to talk about that. Yeah, global should be catching up if this logically makes sense. And then, oh, they don't catch up. Okay, well, we're going to be 2 weeks behind. All right. So mid-July, let's say we get Vanessa. Okay, great. And then we get Finral. Okay. Well, then, as you can see here, we're still, sorry for the loud typing, but we're 2 weeks behind. So it's either we're caught up or 2 weeks behind. And then this is, we don't really know, but probably going to be Charlotte, my guess. So, I mean, that's point number one, first of all. We kind of went at it in the wrong way, but I mean, global catch-up is going to be good. I mean, it's going to be more hype. That's the main thing, but it could also be scary if ever a unit is, like, horrible for the game. Like, genuinely game-breaking, then that's going to be when it's bad, okay? So that's point number one. Now, next up, new gear sets is kind of tying into something where, okay, I'm going to go back in game real quick. Super fun unit, super great unit in RTA and normal PvP. Zora. He's an attack build, and basically William kind of gets back into the meta because of this, right? So that's the first thing. Now, what else is there coming? Attacker Yami. Okay, Summer Yami is going to be coming at some point, probably the next seasonal batch. Which, guess what? Yami's an attacker. Guess what else is coming? Third Eye Raya attacker. And guess what else is coming? Black Divider attacker. And guess what all of these units are? Let's go in game. Actually, even better. Even better. Let's go to Pride Win. We go to character stats. We go to attacker, attack. Who do you see here? Raya, Yami, and Asta. So the three next DPSs that are coming to Black Clover Mobile are going to be attackers. So what I'm telling you right now is start. Well, more so when 125 comes out, just save your stamina for now. But once 125 comes out, once you get your units 125, investing in your attack builds is not going to be a bad idea, okay? A 61k without a magic attack necklace though is pretty fire. Like, it's nothing crazy, but it's like, it's pretty good, I guess, right? It's pretty good. Yeah, you're gonna need an attack set, like, especially because William just comes back in full force into the meta, because he gives an 84% attack increase, right? So that's the next thing. I just wanted to talk about that. And now let's just kind of continue going on. In terms of like how you should be using your pulls and tickets, I always say this. Never, in my opinion, never summon on seasonals, okay? Unless both seasonals are like, okay. Now, I'm not even saying like, even if both seasonals are S+, like, usually you're not going to be summoning. For example, right? Gray's really good, but it's not necessary for every single team, okay? It's, okay, this is kind of like the mono situation, but different because of how real-time arena works and how pick and ban in the future hopefully will work too, where obviously units, you want the most broad units that you could get, right? So units like Charlotte, Ghost, Noelle, very good. And then there's more niche branches where like Gray and then Zora being more with attack builds, right? And then you got Rill on more so mono red. I feel like Rill should be S in my opinion now. We might have to talk about that. Magna being with Gray on a more mono team. And then Asta still being great, but in only like a team with Witch Queen, right? So like there's some units that are more niche and some units that are more out there. Even in the ones below, Julius is more out there actually. So is Yami, so is Lotus. And stuff like that, right? So you want to choose the units that you're going to need either for your team or are going to help you in a broad setting. So when you're looking at seasonals, right, because it's pretty important because you got to look at this, right? Summer Charlotte, Summer Yami. Charlotte has to be good, like very good considering the current Charlotte, or then easy skip, right? So like you really look at it, who's going to give you the most value, okay? And you choose the gateway unit. And in my opinion, you skip the other one. I really think that summoning on seasonals is just not good for your account. I just want to put that out there. Okay, sorry, I want to put that out there because it's important. It's very important, right? And then you also got to consider, okay, a lot of attackers, a lot of attackers. So why don't I focus? Let's say, for example, season 10 comes out on global. You choose Zora. Season 11 comes out. Yami's there, but you already have Zora, an attacker. Do you need another one? Is he going to fill the same role? If so, don't go for Yami, right? That's kind of how we're going to have to look at stuff, especially as free to play. But obviously, we're going to approach that with more discretion in the future. And then for team building, that's the main thing, right? The pulls and team building go in together. But just in general, your seasonals, the seasonal units that you're going to get, in my opinion, as a free to play, if you're not going to get all of them, make it so that it's going to help you the most for your account. And we're going to see how Vanessa is, probably at the end of July, unless they throw a surprise. And that's going to be important to see, okay? The future seasonals, especially with how the meta is evolving, it's basically going to be me telling you, okay, choose X unit for Y team, and then choose A unit for B team, right? So that's basically going to be how it's going to, it's just how it's going to go from now on, okay? I hope that makes sense. In general, you guys should be safe, but the seasonals seemingly are starting to get a bit better. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I mean, Zora's very good. Like, it seems every single unit's gonna be very good from this point forward, so we're gonna have to see in what way that's gonna continue. But global best case, well, for them, best case scenario is making both Zora and Vanessa really good, which is probably what's gonna happen, so prepare for that. Okay, prepare for that. But, honestly, wait, hold on. I need to ask Ali, how the fuck do we not have Vanessa's, debuffer? Okay, yeah. I forgot, but yeah, considering this, just keep that in mind, right? She's going to be a debuffer. So we're going to have to see. But I just want to kind of tell you, Global's probably going to catch up. We're going to have less info. So you're going to have to be even more careful with your pulls.